Welcome to Profiles by Simultem. We have developed a tool for viewing your guest profile information in one place. There is hashtags, there is notes, there will be a history of guest comments and hotel comments, and also an AI generated summary of old guest comments and hotelier comments. And then this app has the profile merging function. So as we know, Apaleo generates two profiles whenever anybody makes a reservation. There is the booker profile and the primary guest profile. And this happens even if an existing profile is used at the time of making the reservation. Our app can merge duplicated profiles. It can do it manually on demand, or it can do it automatically on schedule. Let's get started. First, we need to agree on terms and conditions and click on Start Free Trial here. It will take us inside Apaleo. Here we have the mode selection page, the standard mode and the pro mode. The difference is that in standard mode, one can only set up automatic scheduled merging, and in pro mode it is also possible to do manual merge on demand. Also in standard mode, profiles are organized based on email, phone number, first name and last name, meaning that these criteria is used to establish whether two profiles are duplicates of one another if they have the same email, phone number, first name and last name. In pro mode, on the other hand, one can choose the criteria for how to organize profiles. Now, let's first go through standard mode. I'm gonna walk through the buttons and then go into the details. We are here in the view mode right now. In the merge mode, one sets up automatic scheduled merging of duplicate profiles. Here you have logs, which will show something when merging has occurred. And here we have another toggle between list view where we are and then full data view, which shows an Excel type of table view. And down here we have a search, uses name or email address, and then we have a list of profiles. By default, only a couple of hundred profiles will be shown because there might be 10 or 100,000 of them, and they would crash the browser. So now, if you wanna view more than those initial couple of hundred profiles, you can click to load more. Alternatively, it's possible to view the whole thing in the external version, in which you have an infinite scroll available. All right, so going through the functions, the merge functionality works so that you choose a time. This is UTC, meaning like British winter time. First, select the time when merging is supposed to occur, and then click on confirm. Now, profiles will be grouped up based on which ones have the same email, phone number, first name and last name, and then they will be merged accordingly. If you have, let's say, a profile group that have the same key criteria, name and email and phone, but there are other fields like address or company. Then if, let's say, one profile has more information than another, it will be used as the target profile that will be left after the merging. But if there are fields that these secondary profiles have, let's say that primary profile has address and company and secondary profile doesn't, but it actually has passport number, which the primary profile didn't have, then the resulting merged single profile is going to also include the passport number. And only in a scenario where like several profiles each have address, but they have a different address, then we'll take the address from the profile which has the most information. Otherwise, it's kind of unlikely anyway that the different versions of the same person would have different addresses, but can happen, and that's how it's going to work. In case there are, let's say, tens of thousands of profiles, it may take several days for this automatic merging to complete. And to switch it off, just click here and it's off. Now, we are in list view. This is the full data view, a tabular version. You have an export to Excel button here. And you go back like this. And now down here, the profile list has a search function. We can write, oops, I have caps lock on. Well, it works anyway, as we can see. We can filter profiles like this. And if you go to a bigger screen, you get slightly more columns in the list view. So here is city/country column, and the full data view gives a full list of columns in any case. Now, let's take a look at the individual profile information. One can access individual profiles through this button here. So if we search for this guy here, we get his accurate information. You can view more information like this. If birthday is filled in and it happens to be today, then it will show birthday today. We can view that in action a bit later. Here we have hashtags, Apaleo comments, AI generated original version, their reservations, where they come from. And down here you have total bookings, some key information about booking trends, reservation list. And this returning customer hashtag is automatic. If there are more than one bookings, you can make more hashtags in here. Just write hashtag and you get existing ones, or you can make a new hashtag like this, save it, remove it. You can make notes like this. You can edit and finally remove. And then there is this interesting Book Now button here. We shall get into it just in a moment, but first let's finish talking about just the Profiles app, because the booking function is a plug-in from our internal booking engine, internet booking engine app. So first let's view the Profile tab of reservations. So here in Apaleo Reservation you have our profiles, which is basically the same view designed for front desk use, and it does not have the Book Now button. Otherwise, it basically has the same functionalities. It can sometimes take a slight bit to load because some of the information come from reservations, which all have to be separately fetched from Apaleo API. Some of the data here you actually don't get if you make a bulk search on reservations, so that is why the delay. Alright, so this was basically the standard mode. Pro mode is more or less the same thing, except that it has additionally the option to, firstly you can select different merging criteria or grouping criteria. You can choose email except OTA. which ignores emails in case they come from an online traveling agency, because they tend to give a new email every time, even for the same customer, meaning we can't use it for grouping duplicates. And then we have this option of phone number last 7 digits rather than full phone number. So then people with different versions of country code for the same phone number still get grouped if the last 7 numbers of the phone number are the same. All right, let's save these in here, and in the automatic, here it's, by the way, not called view and merge, it's called manual and automatic now in the pro mode. And in here you again have the same scheduling of merging, but in this case it is possible to choose different criteria for the automatic merging as well. So that doesn't have to be by email, phone number, first name, last name. It can be, for example, this OTA ignoring email option, like this. All right. Now let's actually commit a manual merge. Let's reload so we get a proper list of duplicate customers here. And let's choose, for example, these 2 groups. Confirm. And here, one is to choose, you need to choose primary/target profile for each group selected, or alternatively, you can use a single target. Now, these are clearly like 2 different people. They belong in 2 different groups. We should not use a single target in this case. Instead, let's choose, let's just say this one, it doesn't really matter, they look all the same for this one, and let's leave this one like it is. Here, it doesn't seem that it matters. Anyway, if this one, for instance, has tags saved into the profile, then the tags will be transferred into the new primary profile. Let's confirm, get a little revision page. Finally, let's submit, and we have merged. You can see the details here, and here we go. We can view logs, and these 2 people are now viewed here in these merged logs. All right. Now that was the sort of main or normal part of the Profiles app, and now let's take a look at the Book Now button. The one which we have in here in the individual profile view. So it won't be able to make bookings unless you first start using our IBE app. So when we go into the home view, down here you have the IBE app, and it has 2 versions. There is the internal version, which is the one we've been looking at. It's an extension to the Profiles app. And then you have separately an external version, which is built separately, and it just uses the same underlying technology, but you can have either internal alone, external alone, or you can have them both. The external booking engine, which is still up and coming, is going to have map search and customizable look, customizable descriptions, filtering criteria, colors, pictures, and so forth. It will also be connected to the profile, so it will be possible for customers to search for themselves and enter their promotion codes, or have them actually pre-filled if the customer is identified. Now, anyway, we are still only talking about the internal version. At this point, starting to use it looks like this. This is gonna be developed soon enough. It'll look a little bit different, but now you just connect to Apaleo here, and you will be taken right now at the time of filming this to this dummy page. It will have the external booking engine editor soon enough. Not yet today. But now we have started using the IBE app, and now it is possible to go back into the profiles and into an existing profile, and now we can click on book now, enter location here, you can choose a few, you can choose your dates through here, adults, children ages, you have sort, filter, alternatives in here, promotion code, and then you can click on search. And in here you can show descriptions, which by default come from Apaleo, but you will be able to edit them in the editor. Here you can view the property specific page. This is going to be an external page for making reservations in the property for this particular property, and it's going to have its own URL, so you can discover it through Google directly. Here let's choose one, and you may take some services, then book, and now you have guest details pre-filled in. Confirm booking if we are happy. Oh, actually, let's take a look at the birthday function, shall we? So let's put today's date as the birthday of this imaginary guest. All right, George Orwell's year 1985. Oh no, wait, that's 1984, isn't it? Yes, George Orwell was talking about 1984. Let's choose March 1. It sounds like a very suspicious date. And then that's actually not birthday, that's identification issue date, whoopsie daisy. Here is birthday. Here we go. So now Orwell's year 1981. As you can see, we have a lot of fields available. You can customize how many fields you have in the editor tool. All right, now let's confirm booking like this. It's done. You have booker information down here, guest information or primary guest information down here, and you can view the reservation in Apaleo. And when we go to our profiles extension, then ta-da! Has birthday today automation presented to you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you soon.